What is the key to happiness, and what role does pleasure play in our lives? These are timeless questions that have sparked philosophical debates for centuries. As we journey back to ancient Greece, we encounter a philosopher who dared to answer these questions in his own unique way. His name was Epicurus, a man born on the island of Samos in 341 BCE. His contributions to the world of philosophy were profound, leaving a lasting impact that continues to resonate today. Epicurus was not just a philosopher, he was a trailblazer who established his own philosophical school known as Epicureanism. This wasn't your typical school of thought. It was a radical, groundbreaking perspective that put pleasure and tranquility at the heart of a fulfilling life. But don't be mistaken, Epicurus wasn't advocating for wild indulgence or hedonistic pursuits. His philosophy was far more nuanced than that. At the core of Epicurean philosophy is the concept of ataraxia, a state of tranquility and inner peace. Epicurus believed this was the highest good, achievable through satisfying our basic needs and desires in a moderate and balanced way. He differentiated between kinetic pleasures, those derived from satisfying desires, and katastematic pleasures, stemming from the absence of pain and the fulfillment of basic needs. But Epicurus' teachings weren't confined to ethics alone. He ventured into the realm of metaphysics, positing a materialistic view of the universe where everything, including the soul, was composed of atoms. This perspective aimed to dispel fears of the afterlife and divine punishment, encouraging a focus on the tangible and observable world. Epicurus encapsulated his ethical teachings in his Letter to Menicius and Principal Doctrines, texts that offer a blueprint for leading a virtuous and pleasurable life. Among his teachings, he emphasized the importance of friendship, considering it one of the greatest sources of joy and support. As we delve into Epicurus' life and teachings, we find intriguing insights into the pursuit of happiness and the role of pleasure. Despite facing criticism, particularly from the Stoics, Epicureanism found a following in various periods throughout history. Its influence can be traced in the works of later philosophers and continues to leave an enduring mark on the discussion of pleasure, happiness, and the pursuit of a meaningful life. Born on the island of Samos in 341 BCE, Epicurus embarked on a philosophical journey that would leave an enduring impact on human thought. In the cradle of Western civilization, Epicurus was raised amidst the brilliant minds of ancient Greece. His parents, both Athenian citizens, were likely instrumental in shaping his early education. The young Epicurus was introduced to the world of philosophy at an early age, studying under the tutelage of a Platonist teacher. As he grew, so did his philosophical curiosity. Epicurus eventually moved to Athens, the epicenter of intellectual discourse, where he would delve deeper into the philosophical arts. It was here that he began to form his own unique philosophical perspective, one that centered on the pursuit of happiness and the role of pleasure in a fulfilling life. In Athens, Epicurus established his philosophical community known as the Garden. Named for its locale, a lush garden outside the city walls, it was here that Epicurus and his followers could explore and discuss philosophical ideas freely. The garden was more than just a place of intellectual exchange. It was a living example of Epicurean philosophy, a community bound by friendship and shared ideals, where the pursuit of simple pleasures and tranquility was not just preached, but practiced. Epicurus dedicated his life to teaching these principles, tirelessly writing and discussing his ideas. His works, including the Letter to Menicius and Principal Doctrines, provide insight into his ethical teachings. They outline his thoughts on leading a virtuous and pleasurable life, emphasizing the importance of friendship, the pursuit of simple pleasures, and the avoidance of unnecessary desires. Epicurus lived his philosophy. His life was a testament to the principles he espoused. He sought pleasure, but not in excess. He valued tranquility, finding it in the satisfaction of basic needs and desires. And he fostered a community that embodied these ideals, a testament to his belief in the importance of social bonds for overall well-being. Epicurus' life was a testament to his teachings, reflecting his beliefs about pleasure, tranquility, and the fulfillment of basic needs. Epicureanism, at its core, is a philosophy of pleasure, but contrary to common misconceptions, it's not about indulgence, but about balance and moderation. Epicurus, the originator of this philosophy, saw pleasure as the highest good, the ultimate aim of life. Yet his understanding of pleasure was nuanced and far from hedonistic. He emphasized the importance of ataraxia, a state of tranquility and freedom from fear and bodily pain. This state, he argued, was the true source of pleasure and happiness. To understand Epicureanism, one must grasp the distinction Epicurus made between two types of pleasure: kinetic and katastematic. Kinetic pleasures are those that arise from active satisfaction of desires. Think of the pleasure of eating when you're hungry or drinking when you're thirsty. These are fleeting, momentary pleasures that come from satisfying a particular need. On the other hand, katastematic pleasures are more subtle, more enduring. These are the pleasures that come from a state of contentment, from the absence of pain and the fulfillment of our basic needs. This is the tranquility that Epicurus spoke of, the state of ataraxia, where we are free from worry and want. Epicurus taught that the pursuit of pleasure should not be a reckless chase for temporary thrills, but rather a mindful journey towards achieving balance and contentment. He cautioned against the pursuit of excessive or unnecessary desires, which often lead to pain and unrest. Instead, he advocated for a lifestyle of simplicity, where the fulfillment of basic needs and the absence of pain enable us to attain a state of lasting tranquility. At the heart of Epicureanism is a call to rethink our understanding of pleasure. It's an invitation to shift our focus from the fleeting to the enduring, from the excessive to the moderate, from the external to the internal. It's about finding joy in the simple things, satisfaction in meeting our basic needs, and tranquility in freeing ourselves from unnecessary wants and worries. Epicureanism invites us to rethink our understanding of pleasure, advocating for a life of moderation, simplicity, and inner peace. Despite facing criticism from other philosophical schools, Epicureanism has found a following in various periods throughout history. The influence of Epicurean philosophy is far-reaching. Its traces can be found in the works of later philosophers, from the Enlightenment thinkers of the 17th century to the modern-day proponents of well-being and happiness. One could argue that Epicureanism, with its emphasis on tranquility and the pursuit of pleasure, is a philosophy for all seasons. Epicurus' ideas about the nature of pleasure, in particular, have been a significant influence on philosophical thought. His distinction between kinetic and katastematic pleasures, the active pursuit of desires versus the satisfaction of basic needs, has provided a nuanced understanding of happiness and contentment. This is a concept that continues to be explored and debated in contemporary philosophical and psychological discussions. The Epicurean advocacy for moderation also resonates today. In a world often driven by consumerism and the relentless pursuit of more, Epicurus' call for simplicity and the avoidance of excess is a timely reminder. It echoes in the growing movements towards minimalism and sustainable living, suggesting that perhaps we don't need much to be genuinely satisfied. But perhaps the most enduring aspect of Epicurean philosophy is its emphasis on meaningful relationships. Epicurus considered friendship as one of the greatest sources of joy and support. This belief aligns with current psychological research, highlighting the importance of social connections for our mental and emotional well-being. Epicurus's communal lifestyle, as seen in his philosophical community, the Garden, is a testament to this belief. It's a model that inspires modern communities seeking to foster deeper bonds and mutual support among their members. In the grand tapestry of philosophical thought, Epicureanism has carved out a distinctive place. It offers a perspective on life that values pleasure, tranquility, and meaningful relationships. It is a philosophy that, despite being born in the ancient world, holds relevance for our contemporary lives. Epicureanism, with its focus on simple pleasures and tranquility, continues to offer valuable insights into the human pursuit of happiness. So, as we navigate our lives in this complex world, it may be worth taking a moment to consider what an ancient Greek philosopher had to say about the good life. In our modern world, where happiness is often equated with material success, Epicurus' teachings invite us to reconsider what truly matters. This ancient Greek philosopher's wisdom echoes through the corridors of time, challenging our contemporary perceptions of joy and fulfillment. In a society fixated on the pursuit of wealth, status, and endless consumption, Epicureanism presents a refreshing alternative. It champions the pursuit of ataraxia, a state of tranquility achieved through the satisfaction of basic needs and desires in a moderate and balanced manner. This is not a call to asceticism, but rather a plea for balance. It's about understanding the difference between what we need and what we want, and recognizing that the most profound pleasures often emerge from the simplest of things. Epicurus's philosophy also underscores the importance of cultivating meaningful relationships. In the digital age, where connections can be as fleeting as a swipe on a screen, his emphasis on the enduring value of friendship serves as a poignant reminder. Epicurus saw friendship not just as a source of joy, but as a vital support system, a buffer against the hardships of life. This resonates with us today as we increasingly recognize the impact of social connections on our mental and emotional well-being. Beyond personal fulfillment, Epicureanism has something to say about societal well-being too. Its principles of moderation and simplicity present a counter-narrative to our culture of overconsumption, prompting us to consider the broader implications of our choices. From environmental sustainability to social inequality, the wisdom of Epicurus offers insightful perspectives on some of the most pressing issues of our time. Yet, the true beauty of Epicureanism lies in its accessibility. It's a philosophy that doesn't require us to scale the heights of intellectual abstraction. Instead, it invites us into a deeper engagement with the world around us, encouraging us to savor the richness of everyday experiences and to cultivate authentic relationships. As we navigate the complexities of life, Epicurus' wisdom serves as a reminder to seek balance, embrace simplicity, and cherish the bonds we share with others. After all, isn't that what true happiness is all about?